Good evening, fellow collectors. August 22nd, 2010, my second video. And in tonight's video, we're going to expose one eBay seller, Samp Bud 1. SAMPBUD1. And as I always say, eBay autograph buyers are not the sharpest tools in the shed. And that's why eBay is rampant with fraud. eBay makes a ton of money from fraud, and everybody knows that. You know what really gets me? And that is that how so few people really know autographs, and how even less people have any common sense when it comes to autographs. It just amazes me. Some of the stuff that I expose that people claim, oh, it's got to be real, it looks real, it comes with a COA. What the hell does that mean? Look at the autograph. Why do you think eBay is so rampant with fraud? Because you buyers buy this crap. I'm going to show you some of the ugliest forgeries that you'll ever see. I've said that before, but I got to say it again because this guy's selling some real dirtbag crap. Let's get started with this guy. Samp Bud 1. Somebody spent $70.99 on this Derek Jeter forgery. And like I always say, none of the stuff will pass PSA or JSA authentication. Item number 2904-570-70761. You know, for about $70, this buyer could have had a legitimate, authentic Derek Jeter autograph. It's, you know, from a card-produced company like Tops or Upper Deck, etc. I don't understand why you want to buy crap like that for 70 bucks for the same price. You could have bought something produced by a card company. Another Derek Jeter forgery from seller Samp Bud 1. And you buyers are the ones that keep these guys in business. Item number 300-457-456-353. That's that ugly Derek Jeter forgery. It's unbelievable what people buy. You think that because it's on eBay, it's got to be authentic. If anything, eBay is the most unsafest place to buy an autograph. Totally unmonitored, if you ask me. Totally. eBay does not filter out forgeries. eBay does not go out of its way to remove forgeries. It's buyer beware. Public. It's a public auction. That's why I can do these videos. Because I am making the buyer beware of crap like this. This is item number 2904-657-03849. Now this is what really gets me. Let's look at these items. He's selling a bunch of forgeries on pennants like this. Now, did anybody have the common sense to ask how he actually got all these in person on these pennants? It's amazing. What a coincidence. This is a Kofax that sold for $36. Item number 3004-5498-3946 from seller Samp Bud 1, a horrible Sandy Kofax. You'll see it much better on the auction site, but there's a little better glimpse of it. And a Derek Jeter forgery on a pennant from seller Samp Bud 1. Sold for $37.75. Item number 3004-5498-3630. These final bid prices reflect the fact that they're forgeries. You don't get any deals on eBay when it comes to autographs. You get ripped off with forgeries. And there's the forgery right there. Ugly looking Derek Jeter forgery. And another forgery on a pennant. This is an Albert Pujols forgery for a whopping $36. Item number 2904-6311-1949. What an ugly, ugly forgery. Now here's a really ugly Willie Mays forgery. On guess what? Another pennant from seller Samp Bud 1. Sold for a whopping $38.55. 3004-5498-0434. Oh my goodness. Oh, guess what? Another autograph on a pennant. This guy must carry it around in his back pocket. This is a Brett Favre forgery on a pennant from seller Samp Bud 1. Item number 3004-5497-9155. A Brett Favre forgery from seller Samp Bud 1. And there are hundreds, if not thousands of sellers just like this guy selling crap. And that's why eBay is rampant with fraud. Because you buyers out there have absolutely no common sense. You don't ask any questions. How can you assume that, you know, you don't even have to believe me if you're a buyer. If you bought some of these items, take them to PSA or JSA. I guarantee they'll be rejected. I am making the buyer beware. Like Mr. Lock3R_room says, I can't do these videos because it's eBay and I'm violating copyright and things like that. Oh, really? You ought to see some of the other videos of people who rip apart eBay on other issues. 20 times worse than mine. Alright. A Walter Payton forgery on a card from seller Samp Bud 1. Item number 290-464-113523. Walter Payton forgery. Yeah. He got them all in person too. You want to see a really ugly Ted Williams forgery from seller Samp Bud 1? There it is right there. Item number 30045-756-7495. And a really hideous Nolan Ryan forgery from seller Samp Bud 1. Item number 30045-596-4326. And let's show one last Albert Pujols forgery from seller Samp Bud 1. This guy sells also a ton of Brett Favre forgeries. This is item number 3004-5597-3796. There it is right there, the Albert Pujols forgery. He claims he gets all his autographs in person. Yeah, right. Probably sits at his kitchen table or living room table, and that's how they get them done, people. You buyers on eBay are definitely not the sharpest tools in the shed when it comes to autographs, and that's why sales like this can stay in business. These are horrible, ugly forgeries, and the final bid prices reflect that. I'll see you